bite of that? You're into your treats today? Low anxiety day, huh? I know. High anxiety days, he won't take a treat. I'm not looking over there, come on. And so right now, obviously, he's low anxiety, so he's more apt to listen. When his anxiety builds, he's more apt to be a jerk and try to run off and get, do what he wants. Right now, he's liking this, and this is good, positive reinforcement. I'm not going to give him treats for every time he asks for one, because I don't want to make him into a cookie monster, but I do want him to be comfortable and patient. Good boy. He gave me a big sigh right here. Now, in that last time we walked in, he tried to look back a little bit off to the right. That's so he's addicted to Anna's chestnut mare over there, which he's never even met. No. Now I'm going to ask with the rope halter kindly, and if he doesn't respect me, good boy, I'll go into this, which honestly is very soft. It's softer than a chain under the chin. It's less harsh than a chain over the nose. It's less harsh than a bit in the mouth. But what it is you have a hold of them at the very tip of their face. So you have every bit of leverage possible on them if you need to use it. So it's not about jerking and being snatchy or holding them with it. It's like you use it like you would a bit with a half halt. So if I wanted to back up, I'm just going to half halt my hand, and then he's going to back, and then as soon as he backs, I stop. One step, no, but we don't then come forward two. So we're going to go back two, and then no, and then I'm half halting him into three, and then ho. So if you think about it, good boy, stand. No. See, his attention went over there. So he's thinking about switching. He doesn't need to move. Nope. No. Good. See, right there's an example of using it to but to physically restrain him, but never do it in a way where he is feeling like attacked or trapped, and where you are being so out-strengthened that he's making it dangerous, bullying you. Don't shove me. Now that was rude. So no. Now I'll let him stand here and look out the trailer, but he's got to be good. He's got to give me respect. Don't be disrespectful. Don't. No. Back in there. Back in there, more. He's got to be respectful. Quit. Now you're being rude. I'm not giving you, right now he's begging for treats. He's pissed I'm not giving him one. So he's being bratty. He's not worried about anything. He's annoyed right now because I made him back in here. He was pretty sure he was going to drag me out of the trailer. It hasn't been working for him the last 2 days, and so he's a little perplexed about that. No. Stand. I know it. It's some crazy shit, isn't it? Like, what the hell? The trailer's fine. Nope. Good. Now, I'm going to invite him forward because he's been good about that. Come here. You can step forward. Good. Now stand. So, I don't want him jumping out, but right now he's welcome to come and look out the door. He's a nosy Rosie. He wants to see. So, he wants to stand here for a minute, and that helps him look around, and we normalize this whole process of getting in and out, then I'm okay with that. And then I might say, well, right there, he took a step forward on his own. So I'll just step in 1/2 step back, hope. Nope. Because see, he's always, if you give an inch, this horse is going to take 10 more. Quit. Right there, he's going to push me. So, you have to remember, any step forward without you asking him is a disrespect. It's like that kid that keeps asking and then goes to mom or dad to get the answer they want, or then just does it anyway and, takes chances with their precaution, or, with the repercussions of the whole situation. Stop. Yeah, I have more treats right here, and he'd like me just to be, you know, packing his face full of treats while he has, I mean, if he has to stand here, then he should at least be getting to eat. That's his mentality. Yeah, he's looking out the window. He's wishing somebody was out there in that arena that could distract him into running away today. But Ruby's not out there, so sorry. It's a quiet day today. Mom went to get hay. Nobody here but me and you. All right, so he's been really good for that, so I'm gonna reward him with letting him walk out. Come on. No. I'm kind of glad it happened that way because it shows a prime example about what will probably happen to you. I'd really love to see you have a tie up in this corner somewhere on this side, where, you know, you could tie him up on that side or tie him up on this side facing backwards, because he does respect being tied in here for the most part. However, he knows that he can bully it forward and break it or cause it to snap. So what I've done is just stand here and snap it to his rope halter, but also right here to this big ring. And what that does is I have it attached to a piece of twine that breaks really easy right there. When I did it just to the rope halter, he stood here for like a minute and then he just took the rope halter and broke the string and walked out. I want to try to eliminate his urge to bolt out the door when you open or close it. And he's pretty good about, he's pretty good about being restrained once he's tied up, you know, and he knows he has to be respectfully tied. And so practicing this with him right now has been good to get him to just be comfortable with it. Now, I have it for just because you have nowhere to tie here that without me accidentally maybe, I don't know, tearing a screen or breaking your metal bars over here or something if you really, you know, did something dumb. And I don't want to break your trailer. So what I've had to do is rig a piece of string up here to those rings that hang off of where your center pole would have gone when you used it as a straight load. Ideally, I like the rope on the other side of it, but it's not always easy to do. And so for the first time we come in and we do it, I tie it like that. Now, he's been really good. I'm going to let it go off the other side. It whaps him. It's okay. I want him to feel that. He doesn't have to get worried about something like that. He needs to stand here and be respectful. After he's like, because his ears are concerned about that strap that went back, and, you know, he's being asked to stand here and behave, and he doesn't really want to. But he was being good. Do not put your head that way. So no, he cannot look that way. But he's being pretty good about being in here. So I'm going to ask him to pick his head up, and I'm going to invite him out. Right there is I was hoping to get the rope on the other side because this is not ideal. No, that's not an option. And you see, he knows it isn't. That's why he's not really giving it a go. He knows I have him by this rope right here and that he really can't pull on me if I grab it. So instead of doing that, he's going to comply. Can you step over? Thank you. I just want him to get straight. Thank you. Come on. You turn around. Good. And wait. That's a good boy. And wait. And wait. So I'm bringing the rope up here on his offside. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm just hooking it here to his rope halter. Oh. He can break that string right there easy. It's not attached to this. It's only attached to his rope halter. And all I'm asking him to do is just stand here. He wants to look that way, he can, but I'm not going to let him turn around right now because I have the door open, and I don't want him to try to back out and break the string. I also don't want him to run forward, break the string, so I'm going to be ready to use the handbrake if I need it, but I'm not planning to use it. I'm basically standing here and asking, here, I'm going to take this one up off the ground just so it's not down. I'm asking him to stand here and behave himself and just be patient. See how he comes to look back right there? Some of that is just, hey, I want to be, I want to move around, and so I want to turn and turn and turn. That doesn't help him. Being able to turn and twist in this trailer is not going to help him be a relaxed horse. It's not going to help him enjoy this trailer ride. He needs to have some freedom to move, but he doesn't need to have so much freedom that he can get anxious about what's out that window, what's out the window, what happened, he has to, plus your trailer, it's really designed for your trailer is made for a horse to not be running loose. You can use it this style, but it should have, limited ability to turn around and get this thing rocking. You know what I mean? Good boy. Good boy. Stand. Good boy. Now, I don't have anybody to help me. So, in order for me to close the door, I have to do it by myself. I know he can break that string, and I don't want him to. So right now, just as a little safety break, I put it back on the ring for just a second. And I'm going to stand, and I'm just going to ask him to wait, and I'm going to clean this track out. This is a really good bait and test for him, because he knows. Anytime I do something different like this, it gives him an opportunity to consider, and then, oh my gosh, I'm kicking my feet, and then, oh my gosh, the anxiety builds about being in the trailer. No, you're not turning around. Having this rope right here on him still, or having this one right here on him still, helps me to not let him get turned around right now and try to back out. No, back your shoulder in. Thank you. Back it back in. Thank you. Yeah, he has to just stand there. And I'm not even going to close the door yet. I'm just going to sit here and fitter and fuss. Because I have to change his build-ups, I have to change his PTSD, for lack of a better term. Back up. I have to take this space, which he doesn't enjoy for whatever reason it is that he does not enjoy this space, and we have to make it a space that he can learn to tolerate. He doesn't even have to enjoy it. He just has to learn to tolerate it. We don't enjoy doctor's offices, right? But we learn to tolerate sitting there waiting for our appointment, or bus rides, or trains, or airplanes, or whatever it is. And he needs to learn to tolerate it too. Now the dog barks, so that's an excuse to be stupid. Yeah, but we don't need to be dumb. No. And he wants to look out that window to see what's going on. But we don't need to be dumb. Oh, we're going to get shitty now. Yeah, no. Stop. He has to work on patience too. He doesn't have a lot of patience. So we're going to spend some time today working on patience also, I think. Just being tied up out here in general while I do stuff. Yep. Yeah, there's a dog barking, but you can't go that way. You can stand in here though. Good boy. Good boy. So before I close the door, I am going to give him an opportunity, and I'm going to reward him, Ho, for that. What he just did, Ho. He wants to get scared so bad right now. Do you want the treat? Oh, we will. We'll take it. That's good. That's good. So even though he's having a little bit of anxiety right there, it's not to the degree where he's lost his food drive. So we're good with that. So I am ready with my emergency brake, just because we know just now he's going to have a few minutes where he's wanted to. But he's being so good about it. What a good boy. That's a good boy. Hey, Nugs. What are you barking at? No, we're just going to circle past it for a minute, I don't have to make him get in it every single time we walk by the trailer. All right, buddy, come on. Good. Oh, I have to leave it there? Okay, come on. Good. You step over. Good. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Now, back up. No. You back up. I know I'm on this side. It's weird, isn't it? You back up. Just a little. Just a little. Good boy. Good. Let me grab your rope. Yep, there it is. I'm just grabbing your lead rope. Mm-hmm. Yep. The one that has been sitting there and you've been learning to respect. Yes. Good boy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good boy. You can step over. You can step over. You can step over. But then you don't have to step over. That's on you. If you look like you're awkward. There. See, that's better, isn't it? I was right. I was right. That's better. Mm-hmm. Good boy. Oh, we got a big sigh. I gave one first and then he gave one. And then actually it made me give one. So if you know that about yourself, like when one person yawns, you yawn. It's the same really kind of with horses. So I had sort of big release moment and it was natural, it wasn't fake. And right on the heels of that, because he's learning to trust my leadership as his leader, he had one too. Yeah, we had a moment just now. Yes, we had an emotional moment together. Thank you. Thank you for that emotional moment together. I know, right? I know. So for right now, this is progress for me in terms of getting him to stand here without still getting kind of anxious and dancy and wanting to get going forward or turn around a whole lot. You know, do you see him looking back a lot? Some of that too is because your windows and your mirror being reflective would catch glimpses of something happening in the background. So imagine you're trailer loading him, right? And whether he's forward or backwards, at some point somebody's gone by with horses, or a hound's gone by, or a cat, or something, a person, and he just sees a glimpse of it, because it's just a small space. That's enough to get him going, what the hell's out there? You know, from a I don't want to be eaten by a predator standpoint. And then you have, I don't have a treat for you. And then you have these windows, which aren't bad windows. Get back in there, thank you, sir. Which aren't bad windows. But the tint makes it a little bit more difficult to see. And the window doesn't extend the whole length of the trailer. And in fact, if he's loaded regularly, he only has a small space of window to look out right there. If he travels, because he's a nosy horse. So if he's traveling straight load and he's facing out forward and he's looking out that window being nosy, he's got this beautiful long neck and this beautifully proportionate head and this gorgeous shoulder that's meant to stand proud and upright with this nice stature. He's peeking out the window. And some asshole in front of you hits the brakes, and you have to hit the brakes. And this poor thing, even with this nice chest bar to prevent him from falling forward, is already in this position, not paying attention. Boom! Face plants, pile drives right into the front of the trailer. So then he's kind of like, well, dang, what happened to me? I don't understand what happened to me. And that kind of stuff can be the building of the anxiety that starts a horse that had no problems with trailer loading and becomes a problem with trailer loading. And that can be before you got him or after it, you know. And I must get cut off at least once. You're gonna stand, sir. We're gonna stand, thank you. He hears another dog coming this way. I must get cut off in traffic. You're gonna stand, sir. At least once or twice every single time I hunt, which is like twice a week most of the time when I can. So you can't help but throwing your horses around in the trailer a little bit. It's going to happen, but the key is to how they're standing. For them to survive that, that will help them not have anxiety. And when you're here, we'll talk a little more about that, because there's a few spots in your trailer, like based on what you decide to do, if you want them to go forward, backwards, straight, sideways, whatever, there's some things in your trailer we have to kind of work through to make it cohesive for him to travel that way. So, too much to talk about. I've already made this video long. But so he's been really good right here about relaxing and stuff. He's just had another big release and sigh. My daughter just walked up and the dogs are running about, and I know she wants to talk to me, so rather than divide my attention, give him a chance to get bored and potentially ruin our positive forward motion, I am going to go ahead and end for a minute and let him have a break, and then I'm going to come back to this and go to closing the door. But I don't want to go right to closing the door because we've had some positive situations building just now, and I want to build on that. So I'm going to tell him he was a good boy. I have a little bit of some treats still in my pocket here. Oop, don't eat that turkey feather. That's a turkey feather. There we go. Sorry, I like to collect feathers when I'm out trail riding and I have a turkey feather in there. All right, so that was a good boy, and now I'm going to let him come out and give him some turnout for a while, and then I'll come back to this a little later.